for joining me online. I feel like today's a good day to just move and just show up for ourselves today on our mat. And so we're just gonna go through some basic poses today and just, again, just connecting with the breath, trying to be present. So I will go ahead and have us start seated. And you can just sit cross-legged or whatever position is comfortable for you. And we'll go ahead and just start to notice the posture. And with a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose, start to lift up a little taller through the crown of your head and root your sit bones down into the mat. Just feel that line of energy through your whole entire spine. You can take it into Ujjayi breath, and you can hear kind of a sound of the ocean as you exhale by closing the back of the throat slightly and just allowing that sound to soothe you. One more big inhale. And one more slow exhale. And just bringing your breath back to a natural rhythm, slow, natural rhythm. Take your hands together at your heart. Coming into a prayer position. And if you want to dedicate your practice to anything today, anything that's been weighing on your mind, maybe you want to send a prayer out to yourself or your friends or your family, or maybe just out to the world, just go ahead and take a moment to really dedicate your practice to any intention that you have today. And then we'll allow that energy to move out through our bodies, ripple out into the world like a drop of water. It's just moving out from your heart out to all of those around you. With the next breath in, we'll start to extend the arms out to the side. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Extending your arms out to the side, sweep your arms out and up over the head as you inhale. Feel the length of the whole side of the body as you bring your palms together, and as you exhale, turn your palms back down and sweep the hands back out to the sides and back down to the ground. So just start to feel the breath and the movement start to sync up together. Flip the palms up as you extend your arms out and up. Lift up nice and tall, as long as possible through the spine, and as you exhale, reaching your hands right back out, extending and reaching across the chest, across the heart. And find table pose from here. So once you find table pose, taking your hands right below the shoulders, spread your fingers apart, your knees go right below your hips, and we'll take some cat-cows, loosening up the spine. So just dropping your belly, open your heart, lift your tailbone, and look up. Take that breath in here. And as you exhale, rounding the spine, coming into that opposite position. Maybe even looking at the navel as you tuck the tailbone and press out through the arms. And just start to flow through that cat-cow pose at your own pace. If it feels good to pause in any position, take a moment there. And let it feel good. Let those muscles open up. Let your spine open up, your heart open up. Everything opening up as you move through that fluid range of motion. Maybe even going a little side to side here. Just explore your body for a moment as we warm it up. You can even do a little jump rope. You even jump rope with the spine, or just kind of move in a circle, whatever feels good. We'll take one more breath. Just noticing any movements that feel good in your body. Excellent. And then from here, we can flip the toes under. You can take both of your hands slightly out in front of you, and then press your hips right back and up and come into a modified downward facing dog. So in modified downward dog, your knees are bent. Sometimes we call this turbo dog. And you lift your hips up as high as possible, navel drawing towards spine, and really start to feel that activation through your arms and your shoulders. And we want to take it out of the neck a little here, so we don't want to press We don't want to shrug those shoulders up to the ears. We want to actually draw the shoulders down and back, allow your neck to relax. Maybe shake out your head a little bit, yes and no. And then from there, you can start to straighten out your legs or pedal it out. Keep those arms and shoulders nice and strong, nice and active, pressing your all knuckles into the mat. One more big breath here, you guys. Warm up the shoulders, the arms, stretch out the legs. And then from here, let's come forward into a high plank. Pause and hold. You can stay here with your legs extended, or you can bend your knees and drop the knees. So we're going to go through a flow, and I'm going to give you some different options as we go so that you can use these options as we go through class today. So knees up or down here in high plank. Slowly lower your body down towards the mat. Try to keep your body in a straight line and draw your elbows to your ribs as you lower your body, belly to the floor. As you inhale, press off the toes, draw the chest forward, and lift your heart coming into low cobra. In low cobra, you're squeezing your elbows to your ribs. You're activating all of your back muscles to lift your heart away from the mat. Or we come into an upward facing dog, extending your arms out and opening the chest, coming into a little deeper back bend here. And as you exhale, you can flip your toes, or you can come to your knees and press back into downward facing dog. Take one big breath in your downward facing dog, and let's do it one more time with the breath. Inhale, come forward, high plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower the body down, come into low cobra or upward facing dog. As you exhale, flip the toes, press the hips back and up, come into downward facing dog. Take one breath here, look up between your hands and step or hop your feet to your hands, coming into forward fold at the top of the mat. And we'll pause here for a couple breaths. Grabbing onto those elbows and swaying a little side to side. Loosen any tension in your neck. Loosening tension in your lower back and your hamstrings and your hips. Feel out where that tension is for you today and just let it go. All right, then we'll start to find that neutral spine, neutral position. Start to roll yourself up here, coming into Tadasana pose, stacking one vertebrae at a time as you round yourself all the way to a standing pose, shoulders over hips. And from here, let's just take a moment. You can bring your big toes together to challenge yourself a little bit more in your balance, or you can spread your feet apart if that feels better. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, open the heart again, lifting up tall through the crown and rooting down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Come into tall mountain as you reach your arms up over your head. Maybe even coming into a little back bend here if that feels good. Navel to spine. And as you exhale, folding back down with a flat spine. Come all the way back down into forward fold. Letting all that tension go at the bottom. Inhale, take your arms out and up. Root down through your feet. Lift up through your heart. Inhale, come into tall mountain. And as you exhale, forward fold again. One more time through. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms out and up, tall mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Good, so we'll start to add it all together. As you inhale, come halfway up, lift your heart and lengthen the spine. Really try to draw those shoulders back and down your spine as you reach your chest forward. And exhale, fold again. As you inhale, coming out and up in a tall mountain. And then we come into a chair pose, taking your hands together at your heart. Bend your knees and come all the way down into that chair. So as you hold your chair here, squeezing your knees together, walk your big toes together, and then see if you can come a little deeper in your chair as you exhale. Start to warm up those legs. Inhale, come out and up with the arms into tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Taking both hands to the mat, step your right leg back, low lunge. Take a little twist here. Back knee down or up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, high crescent lunge or kneeling crescent lunge. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, come down a little lower into that lunge. Bend your front knee. Extend the arms up and look up. Exhale, hands go back down to the ground. Step back, high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale the lower down. Going with your breath. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg goes up. Exhale, your knee goes to nose and high plank and you hold it here. Inhale, send the leg back up. Exhale, take your knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale, send the leg back up. Exhale, take the knee to the same arm up by your shoulder. Inhale, send it back again. Exhale, step it forward this time, come into warrior one. Your back heel comes down, toes out 45 degrees and rise up. Take one more breath here. Sink down into it a little bit lower. Then I'm gonna bend that right elbow. Take the left hand behind you. See if you can walk your fingers together into a little vine. Beautiful. Just open up the shoulders, open up the whole side body here, navel to spine as you extend that back leg. One last breath. Take both arms up, inhale. As you exhale, straighten out your front knee and fold over the leg. We're gonna do that for 3 breaths. So first, bend your knee, sweep those arms forward and up, back into warrior one, and then exhale and fold again, pyramid pose. Bend the knee, sweep the arms forward and up, press back into that back leg, exhale, forward. One last time, bend your knee, sweep those arms forward and up, and exhale, come back down, pyramid pose. Good. All right, pivot your back foot forward. You're gonna step forward this time, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale, lengthen out the spine, and exhale, come back down, forward fold. Step back with the left leg this time. Find low lunge first, take a little twist here to the right. Inhale as you reach that arm up. Exhale, come back down. From here, coming into a high crescent lunge or a kneeling crescent lunge, your choice. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you sink down a little bit lower into that lunge. Take one more breath. Look up, lift up, and exhale, come back down. Step back into high plank. Inhale. Exhale as you lower down. Go through your flow. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, back into downward facing. Take the right leg up on the inhale. 3 leg. Exhale, knee to nose and high plank. Inhale, send it back again. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, send it back again. Exhale, the same arm up by the shoulder. Inhale, send the leg back. Step it through. Warrior one. Spin the back heel down. Rise up. Find that balance. Good. Once you find that shoulders over hips, you find that balance. Bend your left elbow. Take your right hand back behind you. See if you can take your fingers together. Slow that breath down just a little bit. Coming back to the breath. And opening and expanding with each inhale. Take the arms up on the inhale one more time. Sweep it up. On your exhale, straighten out your front knee and fold over that leg. Bend your front knee, sweep your arms forward and up. Warrior one. Exhale, straighten the leg, forward fold. Pyramid pose. One more time through. Arms up. Warrior one. Bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten the front knee, forward fold, pyramid pose. Good. And then go ahead and just walk your hands forward just a little bit. Maybe bend your front knee, pivot your back foot forward, and step it forward, forward fold. Coming through, inhale, arms go out and up, back into tall mountain. As you exhale, palms come together and back down to your heart. Beautiful. So just take a couple breaths to really kind of settle back in. Release your mind, release your body of any tension you don't need right now, any thoughts you don't need right now. And come back to that breath to anchor you and ground you a little bit more. Rooting your feet down, lifting up through the crown of the head, and take your arms out and up on that next breath in. Lift up, lengthen. Exhale. Take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. Very good. Roll those shoulders back and down. Open up the heart. And really try to draw the navel to the spine here as you bring your chest, as you open up your chest even more. So we're gonna find a little bend in the knees and then come halfway down. So staying nice and straight through the spine, really squeezing through the back muscles, opening the heart, reaching the heart forward. Take one more breath and either letting your hands go or you can keep them here and fold all the way down or take your hands to the floor. One last breath and we'll come up with a straight spine on your inhale. Take your hands back down to the hips. Lift your heart, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down, and release your fingers into Tadasana. Beautiful work. All right, inhale. Actually, we're gonna step the feet apart just a little bit more here. So coming into about a hip width distance with your feet. Take your arms out and up. As you exhale, take your hands to your heart and come into like a little chair pose, little mini squat. And turn your toes out just a little more. And then we're going straight down all the way to the floor. See if you can keep your heels as close as you can to the ground or to the floor. Okay. Just kind of reach your heels down to the ground. And then maybe taking your elbows to the inside of the thighs if that feels good, to open up your hips a little bit more in this pose. And just relax. Slow the breath down. See if you can pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Make that space there as you open up the knees. Maybe even a little bit of side to side, rocking if that feels good in your body. Take one last breath, lengthen the spine. And then hands come to the floor, start to straighten out the legs. And fold. Then you can kind of bend your knees a little bit, one at a time. Kind of loosen up the back of the legs. And then go ahead and just bend both knees a little bit and lift up and lengthen your spine. So you're really going to come to the fingertips here and reach your chest forward, your heart forward. So we're going to go ahead and start to press your right knee straight. Press that knee as straight as you can, just enough to feel a little more stretch in the back of the leg. Take your left hand to the center of the mat and then take a little twist here. Your right arm goes up. And exhale, bend both knees, switch your hands, and start to press the left leg straight just a little bit more, and start to twist with that nice straight spine. Reaching that left hip back a little bit, and come on back down. All right, walking your feet together, taking your hands to the ground. You can step back into your high plank, or you can hop back into chaturanga with your elbows bent. Exhale and inhale to press the floor away, upward facing dog. Exhale to come back into downward facing. Drop those heels down, lift your right leg up, inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna bend the knee, come into scorpion pose and open it up. Now to twist your right hip over left hip, press really deeply into both arms and drop that left heel just a little more, and then slowly come back into the three-leg dog. Exhale, step the foot forward. Inhale, take your right arm, or take both arms up. And as you exhale, hands come to heart, take prayer twist. So you can take prayer twist here with the back leg straight, or you can drop your back leg, so whatever feels good for you. Just make sure your spine is straight, and you're twisting with the exhale. Drawing navel to spine, pressing palms together, and then go ahead and untwist. Take both hands to the floor and step forward from here. Exhale. Inhale, come out, arms up into tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Both hands come to the floor, step back or hop back, high plank or chaturanga. Exhale as you lower down, inhale as you open your heart, and exhale as you come back into downward facing. Take your left leg up to the sky, three-leg dog. Exhale and bend your left knee. Open up the left hip, stacking on top of right hip. Press deeper into both arms. See if you can drop that right heel just a little bit more. Take one more breath here. And then slowly make your way right back into three-leg dog. Exhale to take your knee to nose. Step it forward. High crescent lunge. Inhale. You can always drop your back knee if you need to. Take your hands to your heart. Start to twist through the core. Nice tall spine. Exhale, twist. Take the elbow to the outside of the knee or thigh and twist a little deeper as you straighten that back leg or drop your back knee. One last breath here. And start to untwist. Both hands come to the floor. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, take your arms out and up. Lift and lengthen. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. So we'll just finish up with the last few poses here for our standing poses. Take one more big breath in. Start to slow that breath down just a little bit. Make your breath nice and conscious. Slow, deep breaths. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you open your eyes. On your exhale, I want you to step back with that right leg and come into warrior two. So warrior two, your left knee is bent, your front knee. Your back foot is turned out to the long side of the mat. And we're gonna flow through this. Come into reverse lunge, flip your palm. Your hand comes down the back leg, or you can come into a vine. Exhale, left elbow to right thigh. Right arm up overhead, or you go all the way down to the ground, your choice. Lengthen the whole side of the body, the whole right side of the body, top half of the body. Take one more breath. And exhale, float back into warrior two. Find that warrior two. Start to straighten out your front knee, and then turn your front toe in, so your toes are pointing forward to the long side of the mat. So we're in a nice wide straddle. Your arms come up, inhale. As you exhale, you fold forward, coming all the way down the flat back, pressing into the outer edges of your feet. Maybe a little bend in those knees. Protect the knees and come all the way down. Stay here for a couple of breaths. See if you can lengthen out your spine, or maybe walk your hands back a little bit or forward, whatever feels good. You can walk forward and lift your heart. Come into your fingertips, or you can fold all the way and walk your hands back. Keep the weight into the outer edges of the feet. And slowly pressing into those outer edges, start to lift your body up, bending your knees just a little bit, arms come out and up overhead. Turn your front foot forward, step forward, and come into Tadasana pose, hands at your heart. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, step the left foot back, come into warrior two. So you want to line your front heel up with that back arch of the foot. Start to bend a little deeper through the front knee, keeping the knee behind the toe, and extending your arms out. As you inhale, reverse the warrior, flip your palm, take the hand on the back leg or into a vine, and exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm up overhead, or you can come all the way down to the floor. One last breath here, stay nice and strong through that front leg, and then exhale back into your warrior two. Start to straighten out your front knee. Turn that front toe to the long side of the mat. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hands go behind you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your palms together. Open your heart, navel to spine. Bend in your knees as you start to fold it forward slowly. Maybe even pausing right here halfway. And when you're ready, coming all the way down. Hands go up overhead. Forehead or top of the head to the floor. One last breath. And lift yourself up the same way. Start to reach your heart forward. Hips back. Bend your knees just a little bit. And come all the way up. And release your hands. Pivot the front foot forward and step it forward. Hands to heart. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and start to cool it down from here. We're going to take our big toes together. We're going to come down into chair pose. So once you find your chair, pause, take one breath. When you exhale, come a little bit lower. And we're going to take it all the way to the floor. So take your hands to the floor if you need to, or keeping your hands at your heart and just come into kind of the balls of your feet, or finding that balance here. Your chest up nice and tall. Once you find your hips to heels as much as you can get, you can take your hands to the ground, or you can come into a twist. If your hands are to the ground, just kind of walk your hands over. Doesn't really matter which way you twist on this one, because we're gonna go right around the other side. All right. Slowing that breath down. Let's walk the hands the other way, or you can take a little twist the other way. If you like to come into crow pose, this is a good time to practice your side crow. So if that's in your practice today, then go ahead and go there. Otherwise, we're just gonna make this feel good today. So lengthen the spine as you inhale, exhale, twisting a little deeper. And go ahead and walk those hands back around. Let's take one more boat pose, rock it back, knees bent or legs straight, hold and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those abs and start to lower the body down, coming into a little hover. Come to the back of your hips, scoop the belly in, hold one more breath, squeezing all that tension out of your body. And then as you exhale, lower down all the way. And come into Shavasana pose for a few breaths. Just allowing all the muscles in your body to relax. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this practice and I hope you feel so much better. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.